The January 6th thing, I just talked about this last stream, but I won't go over it in the same detail I did last time. But for anyone watching that isn't aware, that is an extremely dirty, likely op by the other side, set up almost entirely to defame Trump and try to cause exactly this availability for them.
Yeah.
I have again, January 6th to me is the fact that America is so rotted out on the inside that they had to go to extraordinary lengths to create a class of political prisoner for people walking around the Capitol building.
Right. Who they allowed to do so?
Yeah.
The police allowed to do so.
The Democrats just like, right, you know what, to do what we do, let's have some political prisoners. Fuck it. Let's just turn the political temperature up. And the American populace is so passive that their insurrection was January 6th because it was in the script. It was very obviously something they were pushing for and pushing for and pushing for and pushing for, and they didn't get what they wanted. They had a few people walk into a building because the police were like pepper spraying them outside and all sorts. And
the police started
the police waved them in at some point.
And also opened the doors.
And then these people have a walk around, and that's just like really. It's really kind of it's an instance.
It's comical.
The political establishment in America are sticking so slavishly to the political script that they are simply ignoring reality. They're not even doing the psyop. I demand better psyops.
This is these are miserable psyops. They're pathetic. Like they really bank entirely on the premise that no one pays any attention and they only listen to.
And the people are really stupid.
That people are really they generally are, but that they more specifically that people only listen to blurbs. They listen to they see the chyron. That's all they look at, just like the most basic, stripped down bit of information they can possibly get, and never look deeper into it. And unfortunately, that is
how
true
much can we fit into a 30-second soundbite?
But that's why I'm not in favor of democracy.
That is unfortunately true of most people, but that's not an argument against democracy, as I've mentioned. But that is changing. It is always going to change because most people adhere to normality because normality is stable and stability is rare in nature, at least in the full realm of possibility. So finding something stable, especially this advanced, is incredibly rare and difficult. So you have to be very careful changing things. So most people don't reason based on what is true. They reason based on what is normal. And that's safe. It's up to the intellectuals of a society, the people who are capable of thinking, the people who are willing to think, to reason based on what's true. And more, those people, those of them who are not just captured pawns of the establishment, totally under the propaganda or corrupted, those people are coming over to this side of things. In the last 10 years, the change in perspective on that has been colossal, and it's only going to increase further in rate from here. And I don't think it did work, the Jan 6th thing. It was a low-quality psyop that was pushed incredibly hard through the press, and I think they only really convinced their own people. Maybe some rhinos as well, but the rest of us are just even more sure these people are evil by whatever metric you want to use for that.
Well,
can I just mock it for a moment? The idea to me that a bunch of rowdy, unarmed LARPers would somehow overthrow the most militarized nation on Earth is the most absurd thing I've ever heard.
Of course it is. Because it's not serious. None of this is serious. You know,
like how it's played in serious in the press is what makes it funny.
That is the funny part of it, I guess. Funny in a sad way.